Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a super quick review. I'm filming in a weird place. This is not my filming day. I normally film on the weekend when I have time, when my husband's home, and I can actually do that. But I had to just run to the guest room and film this because I read what I'm considering to be the most disturbing manga, at least for me, ever written. And this is my own fault because it's rare that I don't do any research, but somebody that I follow on Bookstagram recommended this and I thought, oh, well, they know what they're talking about. Don't do that. I was really not smart and I was just like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that this is gonna be great. So I'm talking about The Promised Neverland, and this book I thought was going to be completely different than what it turned out to be. And the twist in the story, I did not see coming. I did not like. This actually made me sick to my stomach, and I know I'm older. I have 3 kids. Like, I don't think this was written for me. But yeah, I just thought I would do a quick review and kind of talk about the spoilers so that if you're interested in this, you can read it, or if you are like me and need to avoid all things disturbing, you can avoid it. But anyway, it's The Promised Neverland. So I kind of knew that this was a story about orphans, and so I figured it was going to be a Peter Pan story, you know, a young girl. I knew it was the main character, there was a girl, so the main girl, Emma, I figured she was going to be helping all these kids escape like an orphanage and then taking care of them out in the wild, like a Peter Pan kind of story. No, that's not really what happens. So this is about a girl named Emma and her friends. So this is Norman and Ray, and then there's a bunch of other little kids at the orphanage. And it starts off with the very nice life that they live. Everything's taken care of for them, all of their clothes, they have wonderful food, they have a beautiful area to run around in, but they have to take these tests every day. And then if they do well on the test, that's, you know, they get praised by their mother, who's the only adult there. And the mother is the mother to all of the children, and she loves them and takes care of them, and just like this wonderful maternal figure for them at this orphanage. So they're very happy, and it's very like idyllic and just beautiful, and everything seems to be going very well for them. And every once in a while, a child is fostered out and they get sent to a family somewhere. And they are sad because they don't ever tend to hear from those kids again. Okay, so here's what I thought this was going to be. I thought it was going to be like these kids were like experiments, and that's why they're having them take these tests every day, like they were government experiments, and maybe they were, you know, there was something nefarious going on there. No, once again, that's not it. So I'm going to start talking spoilers. If you do not want to hear the spoilers, just know that this is disturbing. It has very well done story, fast-paced story. The artwork is very well done, but I will say if you are in any way prone to be upset or easily triggered, this is not the one. It's not the one. It looks cute. It looks like it's for kids. It's not for kids. Okay, spoilers. So one of the sweet, darling little girls named Connie, who is a 6-year-old girl who walks around with this big stuffed rabbit, she finds out she's going to be going to a foster family. So they get her all ready, and she's supposed to leave the next day, and there's a truck that's going to come and pick her up and take her to her family. So the kids are not allowed to leave the area. They never see the kids leave in the van and the trucks that come and get them. They're not allowed to go out beyond the wall that surrounds the orphanage where they live. So Connie is the little girl, and she leaves her stuffed rabbit behind that is like her best friend, and like they're so upset, and like mother made her this little bunny, she needs it. So Emma and Norman go to take the bunny to her and sneak outside, and they're not supposed to do this, but they go to the van that she's, you know, supposed to be transporting, and they don't see anybody. But when they look in the van, they find Connie's dead body. And then of course they're upset and freaking out, and they hear people coming, so they hide under the truck or van or whatever it is, and they hear demons discussing that Connie and everyone in this whole facility are used for meat. This is a meat farm, basically. Yep, I didn't see it coming. I could not have told you this was gonna happen. I would have seen this a million miles away. I was so like, what? And I think the tattoos on the neck should have given it away to me, because there has been this like modern like thing happening with books that promote veganism, where they like will show cannibalism and then be like, oh, well, that's why you shouldn't eat meat. So Bones and All and Tender as a Flesh are both two books I know are about that, and by authors that I believe are vegans. I'm not saying this is what this is promoting, but the tattoos on the neck, I kind of was thinking like, oh, that's a tracking thing, a tracking system, that's some kind of government, stuff going on. But no, it's because they are meat. They are going to be harvested and fed to demons, and the kids that go are normally between the ages of, I think, 6 to 12. So they take care of them, feed them for so long, and then the best quality meat has aged to 12 years and is the ones that the kids that get the best scores on these tests, because that means that their brains have developed to the highest capacity, and the brains are what they're most sought after, like the brains of the children. Sounds so horrible, and it is so horrible. And this is obviously like the most horrifying thing to these children. They find out, obviously they're just meat and they're going to be eaten. And these kids, so Emma and Norman, who are there, but then also Ray, are the top 3 as far as performing on the tests. So they know that their time is limited. They're going to be shipped out to be eaten. And this obviously starts them off on an escape plan. How are we going to get out of here? How are we going to escape this horrible fate? And yeah, so that is what's going on. They realize like the mother is obviously just there to keep them in line, to kind of give them this like comfort and to prevent them from ever wanting to leave, because she's so loving towards them, but she's in on it. And as they're trying to develop the plan more, she brings in another adult and there's stuff that happens. But this obviously ends on a cliffhanger because it's a whole series that I will not be reading, because I can't read horror. I can't read disturbing things. I read this and I could not eat. I don't know, like I said, I don't think that this author in particular is trying to push veganism by having them be like, oh, the children are meat. Because why would he make it where it's demons eating them and not other people, if that was some like point he was trying to make? So yeah, I'm not planning on continuing this series because it messed with me. I don't know, like I said, I don't think that this author in particular is trying to push veganism, but maybe someone in the comments will know and they can tell me. I think this is just more of a shock factor, because it definitely has that like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. And I will say this has replaced Full Metal Alchemist for like my ultimate like horror shock from a manga anime kind of situation, because if you know Full Metal Alchemist, you know what I'm talking about, and we've all been traumatized. But this, yeah, I'm gonna say the kids finding the dead body of their little 6-year-old friend in the back of a van and being told that she's going to go be demon food, it's eclipsed that. It's surpassed. It surpassed it, and I did not see that coming. So that's The Promised Neverland. Like I said, this is a full series, so if you're interested in something like that, I will say it is well written, well paced. Very, like I said, great illustrations. Just not for me, because I cannot handle anything like this. And I just felt like I had to talk about it. So this will be my review for this. And if you've read it, or if you've read something similar, or if there's a manga or a book that you're really enjoying right now, let me know in the comments. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.